C-short is a sorting method created by computer scientist Donald Shell in 1959. It is a clever way to organize a list of things like numbers in order. It works a bit like putting cards in orders from smallest to biggest. What makes a shell sort special is how it starts by sorting things that are far apart and gradually brings them closer together until everything is in order. This helps to sort things faster, especially when dealing with lots of stuff. And the neat things you can change how it's made depending what on what you are sorting.
So here's the step-by-step of doing some sort out. First, gap selection. Choose sequences of gaps, also known as increments, to divide the arrays into sub-arrays. This gap determines the internal intervals between elements to be compared and sorted. The second is sorting sub-arrays. For each gap, perform an insertion sort on the sub-arrays formed by considering elements that are gap distinct apart. This means sorting every gap in element in the array. 3. Decrease the gap after sorting the subarrays. Reduce the gap size. Instead, essentially break down the initial subarrays into smaller ones. Commonly, the gap size is half each iteration. 4 is repeat until gap is 1. Continue the process of sorting subarrays and reducing the gap size until the gap becomes 1. At this point, the cell sort becomes equivalent to a regular insertion sort, but the elements are already partitionally sorted due to the previous iterations. The last is final pass. Perform a final pass of insertion sort with a gap of 1, which completes the sorting process. This pass ensures that the array is fully sorted, as elements are now adjective to each other.
So after the explanation of the shell sort itself, and now we will going to demonstrate a little bit about implementation of shell sort in C++. So here is the code of the shell sort itself. Mainly the shell sort we will make a dedicated function in it, which is called shell sort, and it takes the parameter array and the integer n for the size itself. So as from the explanation before, we mainly focus on the gap on the array that we want to swap, and then we swap the number within the gap itself. So here's the code you can see right here, and then we just implement it by calling the function, and then we just put out or print out the shell sort. So here's already running, but I will run it again. First thing we need to compile for sure, because it's C++, and then after we compile, we just call it. And yeah, here is the array before sorting. We can see the example of array is 12, 34, 54, and 2 and 3. And then after the sort is 2, 3, 12, 34, and 54. And as the explanation before, like as I said before, we mainly focus on the gap, and then we divided the gap by 2 until the gap is decreased by 1, and then we sort the array in the given array, and then we sort, and then we print out the sorted the corrected sort array. So basically all of that is the explanation of the shell sort and a little bit explanation in the C++ itself. And thank you for viewing this video, and see you in another video. Thank you.